Hey guys, I hope you all are doing well today. I want to say that talking about the other parent to your children, talking negatively about the other parent to your children is just not a good look. It's very immature and it just doesn't look good, and it makes the situation worse. I personally never spoke ill of my son's father, despite how he was to me and how that relationship was. My son's father died about 18 years ago. So my son was 2.5 years old. And I never spoke ill of him. If he asked me a question that would make it look bad or a little too bad, or it was something that a child shouldn't know at that time, I would answer the question, but I would answer it in a way that I wasn't lying, but I wasn't telling the full truth, because it wasn't necessarily something that was in the capacity for a child to know at that time or at that age. As my son got older and he asked me questions, I got more transparent. Because he was getting older, he was able to better understand, but it wasn't in a negative way. It was always in response to whatever he asked me, because I don't believe in lying. I don't believe in lying to children at all, because that's part of the reason why our community is in a lot of the mess that we're in, because we feel that we can't talk about certain things. It's taboo, or keep it quiet and hush hush. That's why you have a lot of molestation, a lot of rape, a lot of broken homes, and poverty, because people don't want to talk about money. You have a lot of toxic religious situations, because people just don't feel you can don't talk about anything contrary to what you've been raised on. People don't want to talk about sex out in the open. So you have a lot of these children out here getting STDs, being sexually active way before they should even have to experience things like that and be exposed to things like that. So I've never been one to lie to my child about anything. It's just that some things are age appropriate. So now that he's an adult, he's pretty much 20 years old. If he asks me something, I'm going to tell him the truth. All right. It really doesn't matter what it is. If he asks me something, I'm going to tell him the truth, because this is real life. Life is not going to lie to him, so I'm not going to lie to him. We stopped doing Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny when he was about 3 years old, 4 years old, because we think it's innocent and there's nothing wrong with that. But just those little seeds and lies is like, it's an unnecessary lie. Sometimes you do have white lies or things you have to say, that to get about in the world. But some things is just like, okay, what's the point in that? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just talking about the other parent to a child, it sets something in that child to say that, oh, something's wrong with my other parent. They're doing something wrong, or they hurt this parent, or I shouldn't be with them. I shouldn't go around them. And I just think that children are not as dumb or naive as we think they are. They're very smart. They can see things. And as they get older, they will be able to discern the character of that other parent. And I know it's difficult. Sometimes you're dealing with a partner or another parent that is very difficult to deal with, or they're a narcissist, or they're not able to be trusted. And I know it can get very, very complicated, but just bad mouthing or negatively talking about the other person is just not a good look on you. It's not good for the child. It's not good for everybody around you, because it just makes it an even more toxic situation. So let the children find out on their own. That's not necessarily your place to tell your child how that person is, because they don't see their parent in that light, because it's a different dynamic. You and the parent were a romantic relationship. The child and that parent is a parent-child relationship. It's a totally different dynamic. So they're not going to see things like you see it. So your anger and frustration is just going to pretty much fall on deaf ears. And if they get old enough, and if they find out, hey, my parent wasn't like this at all, they're going to resent you. And if they get older and they find out, hey, yeah, my parent is really like this, then they'll know the truth. But don't put that stress and strain on yourself, talking about what the mother did or what the father did. It's unnecessarily. Time reveals all. Just keep doing what you have to do and dealing with that person the best that you possibly can, without putting the child in the middle, in the middle of that. So I just wanted to say that little piece, and I pray that you all are blessed.